It is great to see that young people are also interested in DXing. Dennis from Famtech Videos interviewed me about how to start DXing. This video is a short extract.
Hello everybody and welcome to the beginner's guide on how to DX. I'm here with Andre from SWL. He is a very experienced DXer. From around when he was in his teenage times he was DXing. How are you, Andre?
Hey Dennis, it's very nice to be here and thank you for the invitation.
What is DXing, number one?
Okay, I'll explain because we are talking to beginners, right? So I'm going to keep it as simple as possible.
Of course.
DXing comes from the name actually comes from the Q codes that were used for telegraph operators more than 100 years ago. The Q codes were developed in 1909, and it was a way for telegraph operators all around the world to communicate with one another without even understanding the language, because the codes were the messages. So DX was the code that was used that time to indicate distance or distant. And this was taken up by hobbyists later who started listening to distant radio stations. Get yourself a radio, a cheap one. Don't spend too much money on an expensive radio when you start out. So get something like this. There's the Texan R9012, this one here, or the Reticus V115, which is actually a really nice little radio, this one. It just needs an external aerial to help it along a little bit. Or you can use something like the XH Data D219, which is this one. This one is really inexpensive. It's about $10, and it's a very, very good radio. It's actually very good with picking up very distant signal. So to start off, you need your radio, and you need to then just find a good time to DX. I think we can talk about that just now a little bit as well. But you switch on your radio and you scan the bands, and then you try to identify what signals you are picking up. And there's ways to do that. And I think that's an important message that I want to leave in general today is don't restrict yourself in terms of thinking I always have to take the best, I always have to try and find the best. Well, how do we define best? The best radio for you personally is the one that you enjoy using and that you can have some fun with, that you can afford to buy. Just the radio that you find that works for you. So this can be the best radio for you if that is the one that you buy and that you start out with.
Okay, welcome to the 1980s. So how would you DX in this time? How was it?
Yeah, in the past we didn't have these nice radios with digital displays like this one. So you didn't always know exactly what frequency you were on. That was one of the first challenges. But it was actually really amazing.